In your company, are you just bolting on AI, just dropping tools into the workflow, or are you redesigning workflows to leverage the capability of the current crop of AI tools? As a leader, as a CEO, owner of a company, last year it was a lot about, what tools do we use? How do we get those tools into the hands of our team? Now it's about how do we redesign the workflow in order to leverage these tools? This is nothing new. This is the same thing that we saw. Well, the tools are different. It's an issue that has always been true with putting new technology into workflows, adopting it into our processes. For example, in say you have someone that's writing blog posts or a copywriter. So what would they do? Last year, it was, get some topics, have AI perhaps do a draft, review the draft, give some direction. Now we've got the ability to redesign that workflow. What that would look like, they were following the same workflow essentially. What are the same steps? Where do we drop in an AI tool instead of having a human do it or having one of our team members doing it? Now it's about how do we change that process? Because now an AI agent can go out and do the research on the day's hot topics, pick the top five based on discussion alignment with the company and SEO considerations, and then go ahead and draft the copy. Now the copywriter is in the strategy mode rather than the previous work process, right? Now all they're doing is reviewing what's the output look like? Is that really meeting our needs? How would we tweak that? And then that can be fed back into the agent if it needs an adjustment. Very different workflow. What's the equivalent for that in your business? We're seeing that in customer service, where it's possible to change workflows and have agents handle a lot of that. I'm not going to go into detail on that. If you want more, drop a comment below and I'll give you some more of the citations, some of the case studies, use cases. The key here is just like we did in business process improvement in the 1990s. Yeah, I'm dating myself a little bit. The key is make sure you have a clear baseline, a clear standard for your existing process. Now look at, given the tools that are available, the AI agents, the workflows, how can we change that workflow so that we can best leverage the capabilities of AI? From a leadership perspective, what that means is setting the expectation, guiding the team, saying, "Look, here's what is expected. Here's how to go about that," and not just letting tools get dropped into existing work processes. Make sure that you have the infrastructure set up to guide the team in the direction, your team in the direction of looking at how can we do it differently now? We don't have to follow the same steps, and there's a tendency from having been involved in a lot of change initiatives over a long period of time. It's there's a lot of resistance. The human tendency is to go, this is the way we're doing it. We'll continue doing it this way. You've probably got a couple of outliers that are constantly a thorn in your side because they want to change things. Sometimes good ideas, sometimes not. It's adapting that mindset more. It's like encouraging that mindset more. How can we change things? If we're going to continue to deploy AI, and hopefully you're doing that, right? It needs to focus on what can we fundamentally change there so that you can get to the big strategy questions of how can AI help us reshape what we're doing so that we can offer more value, new value to our clients, to our customer base. And if you want more on this topic, or would like to discuss some of the more findings got on the research and how to go about implementing this, drop a comment below. This is part 4 in our series, and we'll be continuing this. We'll see you next time.